Welcome back. Let's find out if we've got anything wrong so far. For that, we go to Mike Baker. Almost said TV's Mike Baker for a minute there.
You almost did.
Yeah, glad I did.
What a god-awful mistake that would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have anybody counting in my ear to tell me we were about ready to start. That counts the startled look that I had on my face.
Oh,
Yeah.
We were ready.
yeah, we were ready.
Yeah.
You're still handsome, though,
They
Mike.
tell the important people when it's ready. All right, well, let's get started. Why don't we do that? Well, let's go straight to the report card, shall we, for the halftime?
You got it.
And how sensitive am I to this with one of the world's most famous prop comics on here? I'm about to start using props.
You're
handsome. Yeah. Anyway, in our report card for the halftime show so far, Greg, you've actually moved B+, which I told you last night you can move up from a B, and you have, actually.
I'm happy.
Yeah, and we've got Anna. Anna originally was looking towards a B. You dropped down to a C.
I did the worst.
Yeah, exactly. With some of your psychotic comments about the protesters, frankly. And then we've got, C-Top. He told me that's how he prefers to be referred to. Is an A.
Get out of here.
And that's not some craven pandering to a celebrity.
Is that first time, because I'm a first-time guest, you'd be nice?
It is, basically, yes. Yeah. And Nick, you got a B, you always just rock solid and steady. I like that,
And that means I can get my parole card signed at the end of the show for
yeah,
full credit?
well, assuming how you do in the second half of the show. And then Bill, of course, withdrew from the class all entirety. So now, Fenster scale. On the Fenster scale, we've got, and let's look at tonight's sprocket values, which, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Much improved from last night, and last night's numbers were not bad.
Yeah.
So I think all in all, things are looking up. And,
Those look like KKK hats, Mike.
Yeah. well, we'll talk about the history of the sprocket values. It comes out of the Fenster Institute.
Yeah, okay.
It does sound German.
Exactly. Yeah. Nick, you probably have read some of the research done by the SPIWAC group in regards to the Fenster Institute. Let's look at Halloween. Good God, how screwed up is this story? But before we get started, let's ask Anna, all-time favorite sexy costume that you've had for Halloween?
Sexy nurse.
Go on.
Nice. Can we get a picture
I'll
of that?
probably recycle that this year because I can find it. I don't know.
C-Top, when you were a kid, what was your favorite costume?
Oh, God. I wasn't allowed to go trick-or-treating as a child.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I think I don't know, if I'm my favorite one, maybe Superman or something, I don't know. Something my head would fit into. I have a lot of hair. I looked like this when I was 6, by the way. Nothing's changed.
So you've been consistent. That's good. Well, let's look at, there was a survey done not too long ago. I don't know who by, because I got bored with the research. But it said, should schools ban Halloween candy? All in line with this incredible crap about the politically sensitive nature of our worrying about the various Halloween traditions. Yes, 18%, maybe 32%. Who answers maybe to a survey? I mean, who does that? No, 46%. We should not ban Halloween candy, so good for them. And then none of the above, 4%. And that, of course, was based on an exponential hyperbolic curve. So we've got that going for us. Nick, you mentioned as part of this coverage, you said the words banning and strippers together. You should have known from reading the rules and regulations of Red Eye that you never put those two words together.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Can I take it back and suggest that maybe schools that ban candy corn use it to make fake ethanol?
Sure, yeah, that works. That works.
I love candy
I bet we can get some federal stimulus dollars for that.
That almost puts his grade up.
It almost does.
It's just not waxy enough.
Hey, Greg, when was the last time you actually saw a hobo?
That's a good question, because back when I was a kid, transients, tramps, if you will, were friendly. You could talk to them.
Back in the days when they were riding the rails, going from town to town.
And they had bindles.
They had bindles, and they had the big fat cigar, and they'd have these rosy cheeks, and they'd always share some of their, I don't know, cooked dog with you.
You and your buddy Tom Joad,
yes,
sitting by the fire.
Thanks to, you know what changed the happy hobo?
Yeah.
Drugs. That's what did it.
You know what? You know why?
It's the corporation.
Corporations.
God, I wish I had a prop on this. Wait a second, I do!
He does. He's
You
got a
must
prop.
have. You
See,
must
I feel
have.
bad for the people that actually work in the buildings. They can't go into their job. So it's a briefcase, so they walk with that, and then when they try to get through the picket, they go like this. And they put it back in, and then they get back into their job.
That is not bad.
Yeah, you know, I thought of that
That's
this
excellent.
afternoon.
That beats the out of the hat with the hands on
It
it.
does.
Yeah.
I had to beat this one.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Hey, Bill, full marks to you, Bill. You pointed out Halloween, about a 2,000-year-old holiday, started in Ireland. It's actually an old Celtic festival, the Festival of Samhain, that started about 2,000 years ago to celebrate the end of summer and the beginning of a cold, dark winter. So,
I had a
Yes,
feeling.
and if I recall, Baker, you were based in Ireland for a while, and as you told me in the green room, you hate them all.
yeah, no, I love the Irish.
No, well,
you're
that's not what
absolutely
you,
wrong.
you're going back on what you said.
Moving
Anyway,
on.
80 acres of Irish people. You would
know
have sent
what?
some letters.
Let's move on. Let's move on to the
Diligence.
Occupy Wall Street story and get right off of Bill's psychotic ramblings. Just as a personal note here, Russell Simmons, a close friend of mine, his net worth about $500 million.
Oh.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly. And I Googled Tea Party and defecation. I came up with 0 hits.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Google
know.
Tea Party and Muslim president. See
Yeah.
how many hits you get.
Let's see.
They're right on that, though, Bill.
Anna, you said you feel like that the protesters are just a nice group of people, and you know
Well, I'm
it sucks for the
biased.
neighbors because they happen to have bought their homes or rented their homes outside the park.
Yeah, I feel for them. I'm a little biased because someone I went to school with was on the front of CNN.com with one of his signs. So
Okay.
Or
Interesting.
Justin Cox.
All right, and let's go to the men are funnier than women. Men are funnier than women story. 2 questions. I've only got time for 2 quick questions. Nick, your favorite female comedian?
Joan Rivers is definitely up there. And,
She gets a
Hillary
mention for you
Clinton.
as well. Okay. yeah, she's a hilarious person.
Coming
Okay.
up, Courtney
I'm done.
Love is dead. Tired
done.
of being sober. Who can blame her? But first, what makes Carrot Top sad? What makes Carrot Top happy? What makes Carrot Top slightly indifferent yet cautiously optimistic? Get ready for the greatest interview in the history of great interviews with Carrot Top.
What?
I
Yes.
hope it's good. I hope it's good.